Yo, what's going on, guys? Your boy Putting Montana, and in this video, we are bringing you guys another mini ebook. It is Mini Ebook Monday, and today's video, we are going to be coming out of the Y off trips Pat formation out of the Patriots playbook. This is one of the best offenses in the game. It's something that a lot of competitive players got comfortable running. It's a very good formation without needing Hot Route Master or anything like that. But again, Mini Ebook Monday, everything is going to be centered around Hot Route Master and a pass velocity ability. Now, before I get into it, if you guys are new to the channel, do not forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, comment down below, and hit that noti bell so you guys never miss an upload. And if you guys have nothing to say down in the comment section, just comment FTA with the FTA approved bonnet. FTA stands for the algorithm. It helps push these videos to more and more people. So the more we like, the more we comment, the more we do whatever, the more we engage with the video, the more we grow. So today's video, Patriots playbook. I'm gonna go ahead and hide my camera so you guys can see so you guys don't have to see my ugly face anymore. But this is gonna be a somewhat very well thought out ebook. This is gonna be for those of you guys who are very good at passing. If you guys want to be good at passing, this is gonna be a very good ebook for you guys to tune into. So we're gonna start off with our audibles, which is gonna be as shown here. We got tight end whip. We have halfback mid draw. You can substitute this with halfback power. This is going to be a very pass heavy video, but I always like to have a run play in my audibles. You guys could do whatever you guys want. Play number 3 is going to be play number 3 is going to be Pat Y out, and then play number 4 is going to be tight end deep out. These are going to be the 3 audibles, and then the play that we're going to be coming out in is going to be Scat, either Scat or this wheel mesh play. Pick your poison when it comes to it. If you have Hot Route Master, you can come out in wheel mesh. If you don't, you can come out in Scat, because it does have a very, very good corner route play that is very, very good. Now we're going to come out first and showcase the tight end whip play. It is a very good, if not probably the best man coverage beater in the game. In my opinion, it's extremely hard to guard this formation. And it's going to be no different when it comes to this. So we're just going to come out in dollar, man coverage, 3-2, like always. And we're just going to make sure that our lit up X factors aren't blitzing our players. So setup number 1, we are going to wheel route the running back. We are going to drag the slot receiver on the opposite side, and then we're going to streak the outside receiver. I think this is a very, very easy way to run this play, and this is going to absolutely destroy man coverage. We have a wheel route, we have a post route, we have a drag, and we have the zig. This is going to be one of the main reasons that we are calling this play is simply this tight end whip route. It just does such a good job at destroying man coverage, and I'm going to showcase this one time. I'm not going to throw the ball. I'm just going to show you guys the read progression. Everything is open, R1's open, square if you let it, and I'm just going to throw it now. Just so we can go through our read progressions, I'm going to pause it, and we're going to showcase the instant replay. Now, mind you, the whip route did get jammed up a little bit by not only the defensive player there, but he also got jammed up by there, but he still ends up open for a nice gain of about 10 yards here if we did throw this. Then the second route is this route right here. He ends up beating man coverage a lot of the times. I don't know why he didn't beat it this time. Oh, it's because he got jammed by a better player there. And once they get jammed and they're playing behind the receiver, they can click on and actually make a play on this, but this also beats man coverage as well. And obviously the number 1 route on the field is always going to be the wheel route, especially against man coverage. It torches man coverage, and it's one of those easy reads that you guys can make. So for our read progressions, your number 1 read is going to be the halfback coming out of the backfield. If this is open, you're going to want to hit this every single time. It's just going to make your life 10 times easier, and it's going to force your opponent to start adjusting towards that running back. They're going to start manning them up, or they're going to start putting a hard flat out there. And obviously, once we start manipulating the defense, then we can keep on going with our offense. Read number 2 is going to be, if you see that they're in man coverage, read number 2 is going to be this post here. Okay, the post route gets open a lot. If they're blitzing, this is going to be a very good read for you guys to hit. But if they're blitzing, make sure you guys are hitting that. Read number 3 is going to be the zig route from the tight end. By the time that you've made this third progression, this tight end route is going to be wide open most of the time. I'll say over 90% of the time against man coverage. So you're going to want to make sure you're hitting this all the time. And then read number 4 is going to be this drag route. He's going to be your bailout route. So if he's wide open, make sure you're hitting him and make sure you're turning upfield for a lot more yards. Now let's go over setup number 2 when it comes to this play. You're gonna, and this is gonna be if it's like 2nd and 10 or 3rd and 10, you want to make sure that you're not all the way, you know, if it's a 2nd and 2 situation, you're not gonna want to run this. But we're gonna smart route the zig route, and that's why this is important. Then we're gonna streak the solo side receiver, and then we're gonna motion hike this guy that's on the outside here. You can put him on a slant if you want as well, but again, we're looking to beat man coverage, and all these routes are gonna absolutely torch man coverage. And one thing that a lot of people don't know is that this slot route here, if you have enough space, he actually beats man coverage as well. So again, we're simply torching man coverage out of this formation. So we're gonna motion hike, and before he crosses, we're gonna press X, and the zig route ends up open, and then the post ends up open, and we have 2 separate routes that end up open. And then from time to time, like I said, the slot receiver route is going to end up open as well. So this time we're going to do the same exact thing, but we're not going to call hike. Excuse me, we're just not going to throw the ball. So let's go ahead and motion hike. We hike it before he crosses anything. And look at how wide open X gets. Beautiful, boom. I still threw it simply because the progressions of the receivers were already done. So let's go ahead and showcase the instant replay on that. So this route here is going to be your first read. Okay, sometimes they get like a good speed burst. He's actually getting bumped here, and I think it's because of the motion. But if he doesn't get bumped here, he ends up getting a nice little speed burst, which allows him to be open, and that's going to be your number 1 read. If he's not open, then you're going to look towards the other routes on the field. And after the other routes are off the field, oh, excuse me, I forgot. We do have a running back route. And this is an out route to the running back. This is going to be your read number 2, because he does have to go up into the offensive line and then out, which is going to make it so that he could get open. He could not get open. It's up to, you know, it's up to the RNG that is Madden. Then if you slant this guy, he ends up getting better separation. It's just a quicker cut. But because we leave him on a post route, sometimes he ends up, you see how he does that little double, he kind of did a double move here, which is going to mess up the timing of the route. And then we have our final read progression here, which is going to be the tight end, which is who we threw it to. And this is going to be your main read of the play. So we're going to run that one more time, simply because I didn't like how it went. And I'm going to slant the outside receiver this time, just so we can show you guys exactly how the play works. So let's go ahead and motion him. And we're going to motion slant him up, and then Warren Sapp ends up getting the wide open whatchamacallit. So let's go ahead and do that one more time. But we're gonna take Warren Sapp, and we're simply gonna make sure that he's not blitzing us, because it does get very, very frustrating for our offensive line to absolutely get demolished. So let's go ahead and motion hike one more time. And then X is open again, triangle's open, but we obviously don't have our user there. But that, again, the zig route is our main route when it comes to this. And that motion hike in regular Madden head-to-head, that motion hike torches man coverage. I'm just letting you guys know that now. For some reason in practice mode, some things don't work the same way, but this motion hike does wonders when it comes to regular head-to-head. But take that screenshot and call it a play. Make your life 10 times easier. Now let's go over the next play in this ebook. We're gonna go over the Pat's Y out play. To me, I personally love this play. Because to me it kind of doubles as the double post play that we use out of the gun bunch formation, which is a very, very popular play. So let's go over setup number 1. We're gonna curl the tight end. We're gonna in route or block the running back, and then we're gonna streak the solo side receiver. Now this is gonna be one of those plays where we're gonna motion hike as well. And our first read, well, let's just call the play real quick. But we're gonna motion hike and make sure that we hike before he crosses boom, perfect. We're going to motion hike before he crosses the offensive line, so he doesn't block or he doesn't go all the way across. Now let's go over the read progression here. We did this absolutely perfect. So again, we got the motion here, which helps us out. And our first read when it comes to this is going to be this receiver here. Okay, our slot receiver there. He's going to lean towards that outside, which is going to help us out a lot, because it's going to work just like the tight end route in double post. It's one of the best plays in the game, and I've recreated it in this playbook pretty much. So we got the running back route here, the tight end route here, that he turns into a high-low read with the running back. So that's going to be our read number 2 is going to be the running back route. And our read number 3 is going to be the post and the tight end. If they're guarding the post, we're going to hit the tight end. If they're guarding the tight end, we're just going to hit the post like I did there. And as you can see, this is going to work very well against cover 2 as well, because we have the wheel route coming across the field, which is going to be a nice little read towards that outside, which is going to help us out tremendously. This is exactly how double post works, and it helps us out. So let's run it one more time to see if we can get a nice little read here. So curl the tight end, in route the running back, or block him if you want that extra blocking. And then we're going to streak the solo side receiver. And then we're going to motion hike this guy one more time. See if we can make a nice read here. R1 ends up open. Oh my God, he actually just made a crazy play on that. But that usually never happens. So let's run it one more time, just so you guys don't look at it and go, oh my God, this guy's leading us wrong here. I just wanted to throw that R1 route. Again, boom. O's open. Possession, catch that. Easy play. Now, obviously, the motion hike does have to be worked on. You do have to practice that because it does kind of, dumb out your guy. But simply put, it just makes your life 10 times easier. Now, we're gonna double the gun bunch variation of this formation real quick. And for setup number 2, we're gonna corner route the solo side receiver. We're gonna in route the halfback, and we're gonna drag the tight end. Now, this is exactly how the double post play works, because this also doubles as somewhat of a cover 3 beater. So it's exactly how the play works. Oh, ends up getting jammed up here. Let's just try to toss it to the drag there. I'm gonna run it one more time because I actually didn't slow down on the setup. So take a screenshot of this. Whatever the case is, we are motion hiking the outside receiver here. But again, this is gonna work the same as the double post pattern that we run out of the gun bunch formation. But again, your reads, let's just call the play real quick. I'm not going to throw the ball. I'm simply going to go over the reads and look at, oh, I'm throwing it. I have to throw it because double post works just like this. And that's a perfect way to show a cover 3 beater coming out of this formation. And it works even better if you are blocking the running back, obviously, because you have that extra route. But your read progressions are going to be this route here, same thing as before. That's going to be your number 1 route there. Then it's going to be the drags. The drags are going to be what's going to separate, them playing those hard flats at 0 or playing those hard flats at 5 and all those kinds of things. And then obviously, if you got the corner route open, make sure you hit the corner route. It's easier to hit than a C route, which is the route that goes like this. For those of you guys who don't know, one of those routes like that, this is easier to hit because it is a corner route. So it's a quick, just cut straight out towards that sideline, which is going to help you guys out if you're trying to save time. But again, very, very easy route progression because it's just like the double post play. And then we're going to top it off at the end of the route with the cover 3 beater over the top. And you can also hit this route in the middle of the field if obviously you have that clear out. And this is going to be the reason why we need pass lead elite or set feet lead. Now, let's go ahead to play number 3, which is going to be tight end deep out. This is going to be pretty much the best cover 2 beater that you guys can run in the game, simply because of the angling of the outside receiver route in this play. So we're gonna make sure that we call a cover 2 here just to showcase it. And again, because these are going to be in our audibles, you guys are going to be able to run this against anybody that you guys are playing. So we're going to go ahead and make sure that Warren Sapp isn't blitzing the life out of us. And our setup is going to be, we're going to wheel route the running back. We're going to streak the tight end, okay? This is going to be how you destroy cover 2, okay? We're going to streak the tight end, and then we're going to zig the slot receiver. You don't have to zig them, and you don't even have to, streak the tight end, but it does give you 2 separate options against that cover 2 because you see the spacing in this play. The spacing in this play, this guy is directly in the middle, and then this guy is literally leaning towards the sideline here, which is going to allow us to pretty much pass lead the ball that way. So we're gonna call our play here. We're not gonna throw anything, but as you can see, triangle open, X open, square ends up open at the end of the play. And simply put, this is going to destroy anybody that is spamming cover 2 against you. Now let's go into the instant replay to go over our read progression. Our number 1 read is going to be the running back coming out of the backfield, and then the zig coming towards that opposite side. Now, if they are pressing, you are going to be able to pass lead this towards the outside and make a read a lot of the times. It depends on if they're pressing their defense. If they're pressing their defense, you have the flat pattern here, that goes out, which kind of forces this guy to come down, which allows you to pass lead this here. If you're looking at a clock, you're going to pass lead this over to around like 3 o'clock. Between 2 and 3 o'clock, that's where you're going to pass lead this. That's where you're going to aim your controller, and it's going to make your life very, very easy when it comes to playing that cover 2. And if they're not playing anything in the middle of the field, as you can see, man, the wheel route ends up torching because they're just focused on guarding one of those routes that are going towards the interior, which is going to allow you to hit this running back very, very easily. And if they're blitzing out of that cover 2 and their user isn't guarding anything, this post route is going to be kind of one of those mid progression reads that's going to help you guys out a lot. And it's just going to help bring down, you know, like the safety. Watch the safety. The safety reacts to him, and he kind of doesn't know which way to go. You see how he kind of dips a little bit? That's because of the post route. So he dips a little bit, and then he starts chasing the tight end going straight on that streak again. But again, we have 2 outside routes that end up open. And then obviously our final read, if it does stay open, is going to be the post coming across the field. And that's going to help you guys out as well. Now let's call it one more time and see if we can get a nice little read here. Even with the pressure, see, I have pass lead elite, so I'm just going to pass it straight to the tight end. And let's go off to the next play. And the next play is going to be probably one of the best plays in the game, one of the easiest to run, and that is going to be the play that you're going to come out in, and that is going to be Scat. Scat is very good. It's just one of the easiest plays in the game. And our first setup is we're going to post route the solo side receiver. So we're going to put him on a post. Then we're going to drag the tight end. Now, you're going to drag the tight end or you're going to block him. If you're going to block him, you're going to motion this outside receiver in. And then we're going to motion hike that. Okay? Why? Because this is going to destroy man coverage. This is one of the best man coverage corner routes in the game. That's exactly what we want. But again, you can drag the tight end. You can have the double drags going across the field. Why? Because it's a spacing situation that's going to help us out a lot. So if you see spacing open, bad read. Parham came down. I thought I had a dot, but I'm blind. Don't mind me. But again, it's a spacing thing. So if you are blocking the tight end, make sure you are motion hiking this other drag here, and it's just going to help you guys out. So I'm just going to call hike so we can go through our read progressions here. I'm not going to throw it. And as you can see, Warren Sapp just goes crazy. So let me do that one more time so we get a little bit more. So we get a little bit more time to actually call the play here. So we're going to motion hike. And Warren Sapp is getting double teamed. Perfect, 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 perfect. All right. That's enough time to get our read progression in. Let's throw a dot. So our first read is going to be the running back coming out of the backfield. So the special thing about Scat is the wide angle that this running back takes. So if you see that there's nobody guarding that, you hit him immediately. If there's nobody manned up, if there's nobody on a zone right there, you throw that route, you throw this running back route immediately. It's going to be the best route that you can throw. Our second progression is going to be 2A and 2B. It's going to be between the motion drag and the post route. It's going to create like a high-low situation that you have to throw. If you're going to throw the post, you got to throw it immediately. As soon as he cuts, you have to throw it. If you see that much spacing, you have to throw it. And then you're going to throw the drag if it ends up open. And if you see that they're in man coverage, make sure you're just looking at the Scat route. Make sure you're looking at this corner route from the Scat play. It's one of the best angling corner routes in the game. It does not angle like a normal slot apprentice corner route or hot route master corner route. Instead of angling itself like that, it angles itself like that, which makes it a sharper cut, which man coverage players cannot guard. And this is going to be a very good read for you guys to make. Make sure you guys aren't throwing this if there's a guy in the area, because if you do, this guy's going to end up being able to make a play on the ball. He will be able to jump it because the angling is shorter. So make sure you guys are making your read progressions properly, or else you're pretty much just asking to be pretty much intercepted. Now, next, we are going to, well, that's pretty much it for Scat. That's probably the easiest setup for you guys to do when it comes to it, because you're simply just trying to make sure that happens. But this is the next concept. You can kind of run it out of this as well. But it's hit or miss. I like it simply because I like to run sort of deeper plays if I have the blocking. But you're gonna you're going to put your outside solo receiver on a crossing pattern, and then you're going to streak the tight end, and then you're going to take this outside receiver and you're going to motion him in. Even with the drag, you can put him on a drag, you can put him on a slant. It doesn't really matter, but you're going to motion hike him. And the problem with this play is the read progressions are a little too deep, and sometimes a lot of people aren't comfortable making the reads the way that it is. But again, it is a setup that I do have for this play, and simply because of this route here. Again, this is going to be your number one read. So let's go over the read progressions when it comes to this. Your number one read is going to be the running back out of the backfield. If you see that there's nobody there right now, you see how LT's there. Well, we're not going to throw that simply because we want yards here, and that's not going to get us yards. So read number 2 is going to be the outside post or the drag here. The drag obviously can be hit right then and there for a nice gain, and if you're able to sit there and take it and cut it upfield up here, this obviously could lead to a lot of yardage. So make sure you're eyeing both routes. The drag is going to come first, and then you're going to look at the scat route. I keep calling it the scat route, but it's just a corner route. And then your final read is going to be this crosser that gets all the way over the top, because sometimes the angling of this scat route, and this is why it's a play that I really like. Sometimes the angling of the scat route, if they are in a cover 3, this guy will actually come down to play that, allowing the crosser that's right here, allowing him to get over the top, and you're able to kind of throw it up here. If you're aiming at a clock, you're going to be aiming it at around 1 to 2 o'clock, and that's going to end up being a cover 3 beater as well. But it's very inconsistent, and that's why I didn't want to mention it. But for the sake of the ebook and the video, it's a very, very good route to run. So again, we're gonna put the outside solo receiver on a crosser, and then we're gonna motion hike that guy again and try to go crazy with it. But obviously, sometimes it's a little bit frustrating. Now, the final play that we're going to go over is a cover 3 beater that I'm not going to put the writing in to the on the bottom there, because obviously it's one of those inconsistent routes as well. And I don't want a lot of inconsistencies when it comes to these. But simply put, we're going to put square on a corner route, and then we're going to streak R1. And then on the outside trips receiver, it doesn't matter what you do. All you have to do is motion him in. Okay, that's pretty much it for the play. And then you're looking at X for the tight end route, and as you can see, X the tight end, absolutely dot. He actually did get bumped there, which actually makes it look even better. But we actually left our corner route out here, and that's why you kind of didn't see him. So let me run that back one more time. We're just gonna make sure that Sap isn't completely blitzing us. So again, we're gonna take square. We're gonna put him on a corner route. We're gonna take R1. We're gonna put him on a streak. And then we're going to take this guy here. It doesn't matter what you put him on. You can put him on a streak. You can put him on a slant. You can put him on a zig. Doesn't really matter. But you're going to motion him in. And then your read's going to be X. You're going to look at X. As you can see, cover 3 bomb. Boom. Over the top for a beautiful touchdown. And we're going to showcase that one more time so you guys can see what happens here. And the reason why we do what we do. So we motion hike this guy in because it takes this slot receiver, and it puts him a little bit more inside. Super pause, no diddy. It puts him inside so that if there is a cover 3, so if there is a deep blue that's out here, he has to focus on that route specifically, allowing our tight end to pretty much have a nice release here, because they can't bump him because he is a tight end. They can kind of bump him like one of those like fluky little bumps, but as you can see, the corner route brings down the corner route brings down the corner back down here, allowing the tight end to get over the top. And again, the middle blue safety is focused on the streak because it is the faster route, allowing our tight end to be open over the top for a beautiful touchdown. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how we're going to end the passing portion of this. We don't really need to talk about the runs, but I do like having the mid draw here simply because I think draws are very, very good in this game. And if you guys have angry runs players or anybody who's lit up kind of like this Bo Jackson, you guys are going to be able to go absolutely crazy and dominate your opponents, especially if you're tearing them up through the air. They're not going to prepare. They're going to start sending blitzes. They're going to start sending nobody in blitzing, and they're just going to send 3 people, allowing you to sit there and absolutely torch them on the ground, which is going to help you guys out. So let me try to get one good run in before this video is over. Let's see if we can get a nice little run in. Whoop! Nice little run to end it. Nice. All right. No touchdown, but we did get a nice 20 yards there. My name is Pony Montana. Hopefully you guys appreciate Mini Ebook Monday. If you guys made it this far into the video and you guys have a suggestion on the next playbook that I should look at, leave it down in the comment section below. My name is Pony Montana. I will see you guys in the next one. And as always, 2 fingers, deuces, and peace out, you guys.